Hi, I'm Dr. Cathryn Harris. I am a registered psychologist in Ontario. I actually work full-time in private practice, but here at McMaster Divinity College, I am a part-time professor in the counseling and spiritual care track, and I teach right now about one course a semester, and I love what I do. So this spring, I'm teaching an intensive course, which means we do a lot of work in a short time, on crisis intervention. And this is 3 full Saturdays of a virtual live-streamed class online, and done approximately every couple of weeks, so you have a little time to do homework in between. And we're going to be looking at the theory of crisis intervention and the techniques of crisis intervention. Because statistics will show, like the research shows over and over and over again, that when people are in a crisis, whether it's a mental health crisis or a life transition crisis, they're usually going to go to their pastor first, especially if they're a person of faith. Sometimes even if they're not in your congregation, they're going to come to you first. So we just really want to equip pastors as well as future pastoral counselors on how to deal with these varying kinds of crises, so that you end up at the end of the course with kind of a toolbox, a binder, an old-fashioned, if it wasn't digital, of how to deal with different kinds of crises, so that when you can't quite remember, you can flip through your digital book and you're going to have some resources there to remind yourself of some things that you have to keep in mind. My research interests. Well, I'm mostly interested in the integration of theology and psychology. So where do theology and psychology intersect? And how do we bring them together to help us in the counseling room? And so those are some things that I'm interested in, especially. I also specialize in my private practice in trauma. So trauma-informed ministry is kind of like a big catchphrase right now. So that's sort of some ideas that we're percolating around, where are we at 5 years down the road in terms of what we're thinking about. What does trauma-informed ministry exactly look like? What does trauma-informed theology look like? Those are some of the things I'm interested in. So I have more hobbies than I have time for. I have a craft room that is full of stuff I don't get to do right now. But the summer plans are about going to my cottage. So that's my happy place, and that's up in Sauble. And one of the things I took up in the last 4 or 5 years, in my late 50s, early 60s, is kayaking. So that's a big secret. So I like to kayak. I like to kayak in our little river and around Lake Huron if I can. And I'm getting better at it because I'm kind of self-taught. And I just love to be out there in nature, on the water, just floating down the river. It's pretty cool.